Hey there, it's Blind Man Handyman, and I wanted to show you this because actually I made a mistake. And what I've got here, let me show you if I can show you what I've got. This is it's a wire crimper and a wire stripper from Haisstronica. So if you could take the look at it, I'm not sure which way to hold it. It was sent to me for free. Just showing you now. I'm not really good at this stuff, so this is new to me. No, I did a little video on it before. This is the other part. One's the crimper. My son was helping me with it. I didn't realize that one was a crimper and one was a... So you can figure out which one's which. There we go. So, that's the package it came in. Let me show you the tool. So this is the crimper. It's neat. It's got to go click all the way till it crimps. This is the stripper. So I was actually using this piece without this piece. I want to make sure I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So I was using this piece. I'm going to show you the difference because it was kind of fascinating. I only just figured this out today. Oh, let's go. Because I want to do some wiring today, and I was going to use a different crimper because I wasn't really sure. I wasn't sure how to use it, so I was perfecting with this. You gotta play with your tools sometimes to know what's going on. So I'll give you an idea. Okay, so first we're gonna try. This is what just let's do this. Okay, we're gonna. Actually, there is a cutter on this too. There's a cutter. The cutter's in there, so you can use the cutter. I found that out. The only thing is the blade doesn't go all the way up inside, so I find that difficult too for me. I'm still having trouble here. So somebody could see could do a better job with that cutter. There's the cutter. I can feel the blade, but alright, so for me, I got a pair of side cutters. There we go. It was just easier. Side cutters. Side cutters. Now, I don't know if the crimper's got. I'll never check the crimpers to see if they got cutters on it. I don't think so. Looks like just like crimpers. Okay. So this is the stripper, and it's got this little. It's got this here. I think that's like to measure how long your wire is, and then you got this little screwy thing here. That adjusts the tension that grabs onto the wire for stripping. And then I was using this crimper down here because this is a crimper too. I'll show you the difference. So I'm going to put this in here. So I've got it spread out however far. I'm going to put it about that far because last time I got too far. So put it in. I think that plastic piece should go higher so you bump into it personally, but because it goes past it, above it. But you know, I'm not exactly sure. If I bump it like that, it works all right. No, what happened? Dirt in there. Could have a piece of rubber in there. Or have it too far in or something. So up that thing with jiggy. There we go. One wire stripped. Not sure if you can see it. So got too far in, I think. Do it again. Maybe a little longer. Well, I know what it is. I took the tension off this. Turn the tension back up. I had set it. Now let's see what goes on here. Messed it up. Guys, I was playing with it. Show you what does what. Let's tighten my tensioner up again. It loosened it up too much. Got her in there. No, we're going down too far. So you can make it too far and then it doesn't want to crimp. So there we go. We got her. We're back in business. Okay. So I got my little package of these here. These are shrinkable. I wear glasses. I can't see, but I wear glasses so I don't damage my eyeballs, just so you know. Wouldn't be bright using the tinted glasses. But I use the tinted glasses because self-conscious. I don't want anybody seeing my eyeballs going around like circles or whatever, right? Because sometimes I roll my eyes and all kinds of stuff just because of frustration. I'm doing it on purpose because of my own frustrations. It should slide in the hole really nice. Oh, there we go. Boom. So where's our... This is the tool here with the crimper, and that's what I was using before because I figured, okay, why do all this extra stuff? Let's do it all in one tool. There we go. She's crimped, it's tight. And honestly, the other crimping tools I got, I thought I was doing pretty good. I figured, okay, yeah, that's a good crimp. That's why I buy these here shrink, and then it grabs even better. But if you're not impressed with this, you're not easily impressed, because I was impressed. That went in the hole. Now this is using this crimper. So that's me crimping it. I mean, that's squishing that as hard as I can, okay? It's ridiculous. Well, that one crimped a bit better. Well, that one did crimp pretty good. Look at that. I'm impressed. Holy cow, that's good. Sheesh, I never had a crimp like that. Oh, what the heck can I do different? Now I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. So that was actually a good crimp. How many tools I in? This is all learning experience for me. Now, I wasn't consistent. Oops. That was my other problem. I wasn't consistent. was a hit or miss. Let's go and strip the wire again. I gotta do this again. I'm amazed that I did that good of a job. Works better for me when it's in front of me. Wake up. I'm working on figuring out how to. I'm starting to do the electrical on this truck. And I want to make sure I'm getting good crimps and stuff. There we go. That worked. Now we're playing with matches. We're gonna do this again. Well, I'm going to show you with the crimping tool, actually. This is the crimping tool. Now, every time I've done a crimp with this, and that's the one. I've never gotten this consistency with the other one. Now I can see why they sent me two tools. Well, it's like the side cutters. You can get a tool that can do the job, but do you want a tool that can do the job? Sure, you need two of them kicking around. Like I got the side cutters cutting around because the cutters do the job. So now what's neat about this, so I'm crimping. You see how it didn't let go? You have to go through, you can hit the little lever in there to make it pop, but you got to go through the full crimp. Squeeze, and another click. Yeah, so then I went all the way, and then the handle will open. So this, now I still haven't shrink wrapped it yet. Now look at this crimp. Look at that. That's amazing. Well, that's a good crimp. Even with, now, then I shrink wrap this too, right? So this is sealed now. So I'm really glad I've got this crimping tool now, because normally I was using the, well, I got some other crimpers here. Normally I'd be using a crimping tool like this kind of thing, hoping and praying for the best. Then I would pull it apart. Look at that, that's insane crimp. That's almost as strong as the wire. I won't break it this time. I can do it. It hurts the fingers. Give it a little tug. There, finally broke. Isn't that insane? That's a crazy crimp. Now we're going to do the best I can with the other crimp. And I'll be like, so every time I've gotten that kind of crimp. So, you know, you're going to get really good conduction on the wire. I'm going to go a little shorter with this. Now the tool on my wire. It doesn't take much. See out there? That's all you need. I was amazed at that too. I was using too much wire before. That might even be a bit long. But if you do have it a bit long, I'll show you a little trick. You can take your insulation, pull down a little bit. Oop. Well, I did too much there. Here. Wow, that was ridiculous. Yeah, so you just see what I did there. You didn't have to pull it that hard. You can pull the insulation over top of your wire. You should pull it way past. Now I gotta strip it down. But normally what I would do is I'd crimp it first. Then if it was too long, then I'd pull the wire down. I was just showing you how to slide it down. So now what we'll do is we're going to crimp. I'll do it on a little longer. So wind that in. There's a little stop inside these things. And you can see that the insulation is, so we're going to go with this again. That's not working. I slid off there. That's what happened. I slid off the little metal barrel in there. Squeeze it. There we go. I also messed up my insulation. Yeah, I squished it as hard as I could. That's actually a pretty good crimp. Look at that. I'm impressed. But not as good as the other one, was it? So try to go onto it there. Oops. Slipped out. I thought it would slip out. So I got one good crimp out of it. Okay, wow, that's amazing. But like I said, I don't always get good crimps like that. Now I'm going to do another one. Look, I just want to show you what I've learned. So if this video is not the 3-minute video that I'm supposed to make, I apologize, because you need to see exactly what's going on here, what I learned. For me, I need to know exactly what's going on with my tools. So we're back to stripping the wire. Make it short again. It's pretty quick too. Boom, just like that. I'm going to crimp it again, and I'm going to use the crimping tool. It's designed for crimping. That went into the stop. And it goes, it's so nice to line up, that's for sure. Crimped. It's not even hard to squeeze. Now I'm using the end little part of it. I tried using a different one. It must be for smaller wires because it wouldn't close. Sorry, it's just easier for me to twist with one hand than the other hand. I did a lot of this when I could see, so for me this is the best motion, best placement for me to be. And they didn't make my hands work behind my back, but I could do this behind my back, no problem. I can do it in the dark. With the lights on for you. Most of the work I do is in the dark. Well, I'm always in the dark. There we go. So it goes right up to your bump there, your little thing. It's amazing that it's not that hard to squeeze. The other one was harder to squeeze. And so now when I've got it crimped, like see, let me show you something. So I'm going to pull this insulation back. See the insulation there? So say if you've crimped it and you stripped it too long, don't worry about it. If you just take your insulation, just hold it there a little bit, slide along, then it'll pull it up inside. And now it's probably right up inside where you need it. Same with the other side. So always just give it a little tug. Slide your insulation up inside. Now when you shrink tube that, that's going to be sealed like a duck's butt. Watertight. And I find with that crimper, I don't think it's breaking my plastic coating. One second. Time to get my heat gun. There's a high and low to this thing too. I didn't even know that. So I was using this thing in low. High and low. Oh, look at that. So I'm playing with matches again now. I'm not playing with matches because this is safe. Oh. Look at that. Now it gets glued. It shrunk. Oh, hot. So there, it's nice and crimped. Now the insulation is sealed, so no water can get in there. So that's what I call a beautiful. I'm super happy that they sent me these tools. Really. because I could never do crimps like that. And I got all kinds of wiring tools. Some of them I don't even know what they do. I got them a long time ago when I could see and forgot how to use them. But nothing as crimpy. Nothing as crimpy as that. Whoops. So that's for that size, and then I got another container here. I have the most common size. I buy them a big bulk container of these, so I can fill them up. And then I got the little case. This is the little case. And honestly, I don't even like joining wires, honestly. I got the joiners. Sometimes I had to use them. That's all you can do when you got to join into stuff. But you know what? Now I don't really mind joining wires with that kind of crimper. So this is a little kit, and I use that. I buy them in the little container, and I can fill this little kit up again. That's kind of hard to take at the bottom sometimes. So this is the, where's the, I think the small ones. So I think these are smaller and bigger. I have some mixed up here. Yeah, that's probably red ones, and those are probably blue. Not really sure. I'll try in the next hole in the crimping tool. I don't have any wire, but that's a big one. There's a bigger hole. There's 3 different sizes there. 1, 2, 3 different sizes, I guess. There's probably colors on this. Inside on there. That's probably that one. Oh, that one's working great for my. Can't feel inside of it, but it's doing a great crimp. I can try it. Let's see. I'm gonna try the second one. This has got a wire already into it. So I've been doing the first one. I don't want to waste any more of my things. Once you close. Well, that's a great crimp there. Let's check this one here. Nope. No, around there, that's what we call a tight crimp. Okay, in the picture going tighter than what we were doing, and there's one way in there. I don't know what that does. Like I did it earlier. Lock the tool up. Do it again. This happened to me before, but don't worry about it. Tap it and it starts to work again. I don't know what I did. You don't use that spot, I guess. Open up all the way. What do we do here? I did this before and tapped it on the side and worked. Don't fret if it happens. Okay, maybe fret a little bit. Still not going. There we go. Must have been some plastic in there. We're good now. Happened to me the other day, so I don't think you used the inside part. Didn't hurt the tool at all. Well, I'm impressed with it anyway. It's crimped, it's sealed. I think I overkilled it with the crushing of it. That's not the one I use. Which one did that? One of these crushed like the jeepers. So that's the one I like doing. That crimp's good. Mushed it all to pieces. Still good even though I mushed it to pieces. So I think if you're gonna, I think these crimpers are worth it. Just knowing the security you get. This here, it's not always constant. Like your crimp when you're doing with this here, the crimp isn't always perfect. And I found that I tore this coating up on the crimps a lot. But this here I didn't tear the crimps up. Yeah. So that's it. That's the crimper in all its glory. And I don't know what happens when you stick something inside there. I think it grabs a piece of plastic or wire or something. And that's the second time I've locked it up. But if you use it just in those 3 pieces, that's probably where you're supposed to use it. Maybe that's for really fine wires. I haven't figured that out, but I'm pretty sure you can figure that out yourself. In your instructions. But I just showed you how well it crimps. It's great. And then this is the wire strippers, which has a crimper. It has a cutter there. I think. Maybe there is no cutter. I'm not really sure. But I know there's a crimper there. Should I cut my wire once more time here? Oh, there you go. You gotta be right precise. Like I think it should be something you push right inside. Like when you push it right, did that cut then? Just make that one day it wouldn't work. But if you push it all the way up, but you gotta have it. It didn't cut. If you bring it up so far, and pull it back a little bit because I'm up a little groove up there. I think the blade should be way up top, but if you just bring it there, then it works fine. So that was just me not knowing where the cutter is, and I apologize. No problem with the tool, just me being a blind dude. That's what I'm doing. But I get the job done eventually. My wires are getting shorter, so now I can go on to my wiring, and now I know what I'm doing with the crimper. So I think that's awesome that I now have a crimper and stuff that I can rely on, because that's like my 5th crimp or more, and every time it's been where I can barely, well, I really got to tug on these to break them apart. And that's what you want. You don't want your crimps to fail. You know, I know that. Like, I'll explain one other thing I noticed that I had a problem with. I was using these, and I've got these connectors that connect together. I don't know if I have any left. So here's a connector, and then there's a blade connector. So they slide together, and they slide into each other. Well, when I would pull them apart sometimes, the wire would come out. But I'm so happy to have this now. And I know my wire is going to stay where it's to. And the crimp is going to stay. Because, well, you made me a believer. And my crimps will work good. So, if you like this video, hit a like and subscribe. And this tool is definitely a tool to get. I don't know what, I need more connectors, but I was hoping they'd send me connectors, but they didn't. They sent me the crimping tool and no connectors. That's alright. I think the company, I bought these myself, and I think that it's the same company, but I'm not sure. I might not have the paper in there anymore, but alright, that's it then. That's for blind man, handyman. And I am blind, and pretty handy, I think, anyway. Have a good day. Bye. Thanks for watching. I can find it for the camera. Where's the camera? Oh no, I lost the phone. Oh sugar, phone's over here. I wasn't even in front of the camera anymore. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if the camera can lean that far, so somehow I goofed up. That's the kit. There was a different size of connectors and stuff. I'm not sure what happened there, but well, it happened. Thanks for watching.